Good morning, day 3, and today we're heading out and we're continuing to go down south along the border, but before that we need breakfast. So we're making frittatas, bacon, mushrooms, spinach, and then I'm about to add the egg. Well, we're done. So frittatas and tater tots, everything looks a little bit crispy, but really good. The only issue with the frittata is that we weren't cooking on level ground. So as soon as I poured in the egg, it just kind of ran like lopsided and one side cooked quicker than the other, but still turned out great. It looks amazing. So let's dig in.
I'm glad there's so many vegetables this morning.
Don't worry, it's all covered in bacon grease.
Best breakfast. So good.
We're just driving along. The trip to Long Beach is about like 3 hours. So we stopped in South Bend to go for a little bit of washroom break. While we were here at McDonald's, we Googled around what there is to do, and right here we're standing under the world's largest oyster, which looks a little bit suspicious, and it's just on the side of the road with like no explanation, but kind of looks like concrete.
Riley has been very like obsessed with looking at oysters on the beach, and every time he sees an oyster shallow thing, he'll like kick it over. So he was so excited to learn that the world's biggest oyster was nearby. We were saying how it kind of looks like a slab of concrete that's been shaped like an oyster, and it's funny because it's a big tourist attraction, and kind of like how in White Rock, our White Rock is a big tourist attraction, but actually it's just painted white. So driving into South Bend, there was a sign that said it's like the oyster capital. For the landscaping, instead of mulch and rocks, they have oyster shells. Alright, so we made it to our destination, which is Long Beach, Washington, and the beach is super long, like the name says. And there's lots of people here doing a bunch of different activities. There's like horseback riding, there's kite flying, people are even riding their bikes on the beach, which is neat. We're just gonna take a walk and explore. At the ocean. It's so big. Oh, back there you can see where we're camping on that rock thing. Choo choo. It's called Cape Disappointment.
You better live up to my expectation or else I'll be disappointed.
Let's go join them in our Prius.
All these Jeep bros.
Bro.
Oh, so the reason why we saw so many Jeeps out on the beach was because it's actually an event today called Go Topless. Because Jeeps can take the tops off and whatnot. It's not a advertisement for public nudity.
Another fact that we learned while we were on the beach is that it's Long Beach's 100-year birthday this year, 2022.
Maybe that's why all the Jeeps are out here today to celebrate that.
Right now we're at Dylan's Cottage Bakery, and this bakery was named after this little girl, Dylan, who unfortunately passed away from a rare form of brain cancer. And so a portion of all proceeds from this bakery goes to her foundation to support cancer research. There's lots of pictures here of Dylan and her family and the things that she did, and apparently she really loved baking, so that's really cool. And we got an old-fashioned glazed donut, a slice of apple pie, and a slice of peach pie.
Since moving out to the West Coast, we realized that peaches is kind of a staple of like the West Coast. Something about the weather and the climate and stuff, but anyways, peach pie, just the peach.
Is it warm?
No.
Oh.
She's stuck in the microwave.
Oh.
Yeah. Just the pie. Alright, all together now. Yeah. Perfect.
I'm eating the apple pie, and it's very good. I like the crust, very buttery flavor.
This is the most healthy donut known to me. It's called the sour cream glazed donut. Also known as my favorite donut. I love it because it's the most healthiest donut. So yeah, and because it's so flavorful and great. All right, let's go.
You like Tim Hortons better?
I like Tim Hortons better, but I would say better than Trader Joe's.
Nice.
We just arrived to our campsite, Cape Disappointment campsite. And actually, our campsite specifically is not much of a disappointment, except for the fact that someone just kind of was here before, and I think they thought it was a first come first serve, so we had to kick someone out, unfortunately. Kind of a good thing that we did that, because this is the perfect campsite. Let me tell you why. Being on like the very far west coast of Washington, it's really windy, and just also at Long Beach it was super windy, so it's still like blowing super hard, and we have this nice little brushery that blocks all the wind, which would be good for cooking and just like not being freezing cold. And also we have a lake view. It's like a tiny little like sliver of a lake, but at least we get some water compared to yesterday, even if there's bushes and stuff blocking it, so it should be a good time. Let's get this campsite set up. After setting up our campsite, we decided to drive out to the other side of this park to take a look at the lighthouse and the surrounding trails before it gets dark.
This is called Bell's View Interpretive Trail, and there's a lookout point and a lighthouse. Fun fact about Cape Disappointment, it's one of the foggiest places in the United States. It sees about 100 days of fog every year. And I think we have a foggy day, so we'll see if we have a view. So windy, but the view is so insane. You can see into Long Beach, and the crashing waves are so beautiful.
Are even more insane over here. You can see left and right Long Beach continuing, and it's just really windy, but the landscape and the scenery is amazing. 10 out of 10. Can recommend.
This is probably one of the most beautiful lighthouses I've ever seen. Like, it's so well maintained, and there's not a scuff of dirt on it, not even one.
Our second stop, we drove around through our campsite, and there's another trail over here that we're going to hit up tonight, and we're doing this all in quick succession because tomorrow we're not going to be around for very long, because we have, you know, more plans, different destinations to go to. Might as well take advantage of the nice weather that we have, and tonight's meal should be pretty simple as well. This view over here is the beach that we saw from the lighthouse lookout and off like the cliff, so we should be able to see the lighthouse from this beach.
We also saw another lighthouse driving over here.
Yeah, we'll have to check that out after too. So many things to check out, not enough time.
Check it out tomorrow morning. Look, kind of cool, but kind of freaky. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, that's kind of deep. That's kind of deep. I was gonna help clean up the ocean, but it turns out that the ocean has made it its habitat, so I think I'm gonna leave it there. Well, that was a great day today, and we're wrapping up with some dinner a lot of leftovers from yesterday because we realized that, you know, we should probably finish things before we start something new. The only thing that's new is that we're adding lettuce to our fajitas.
And spinach.
And spinach.
Yum. It was a good dinner last night, so I'm excited for it again.
In the States, beef is like so cheap, so we bought like a huge pack of steak that was like way more than we planned for, and we ate it over 2 meals, which is way more protein than we normally have, but I'm not complaining.
It's good though, because we planned to eat dinner in Seattle the other day, so we're actually missing one dinner. Ready?
Well, we checked out of our campsite real quick this morning because there was a lot of mosquitoes, and also for breakfast we had English muffins with bacon and egg and lettuce and some cheese on it. Now we're heading back down to the beach where we missed yesterday and catch a few of the parks in this state park before we head out on the road because we have quite a bit of driving today to do.
So many mosquitoes here. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
We are at Waikiki Beach.
It's a super cute and small beach, and on the left side there's like a giant cliff. Would be nice to go swimming right now.
It's a lot less windy today.
Oh yeah.
But maybe that's because of our location too. We're on the other side of the cape. Made it to the Lewis and Clark Interpretation Center, and from here you can see where the river meets the ocean.
The biggest river meets the ocean.
The Columbia River, I think it's called. From here we could hear all the seals like barking in the background, and I was looking so hard for them, and we did see quite a few swimming around in the water.
Yeah, a few tick seals.
Yeah, although we were very high up, so it's hard to see them closely. But I tried to capture it with the camera, but I don't think I could capture it.
Sam really wanted to see a whale on this trip, but a seal's gonna have to do.
Yeah, but at least we saw many seal.
Yeah.
Seals?
Sea lice. Sea lice. Yeah, so actually we had to hike up here from the parking lot because the gate was closed. We were just so early that, you know, the park wasn't ready for us. So on the other good note is that there's no one up here, so we could, you know, take our time and not be rushed for pictures or whatnot. But we're gonna head down now, so let's just go there quickly.
As our time in Long Beach came to a close, we learned 2 major things. Long Beach is indeed long, but Cape Disappointment was far from what the name suggests. It held some of the prettiest cliffsides, beaches, and views we've ever seen. It gave us only a taste of what the Washington and Oregon coast would look like. One day, we would love to explore it some more, but for now, it was time to take a break from nature. Our trip is halfway done, and it's time to make our way to the city. Follow us along as we head into Oregon and explore all that Portland has to offer. Until next time, peace.